Okay, so this is part two. If you missed part one, go take a listen and look at part one. So, all right, because people been asking me, where's part two? Where's part two? All right, so here's part two. So she comes out in the revealing outfit, put the baby down. He hears the jiggle at the door. So somebody has put a key in the door trying to get in. So mind you, he had been sitting around wondering if this young lady was married or what the case was. So he couldn't get in. And so she's like, uh-oh. He's like, uh-oh, what? He's like, is that your mom? She's like, nope. That's probably my husband. He's in the military. He was deployed. He wasn't supposed to be back until next week. And that's the guy who called me on the phone. But it looks like he tried to surprise me. And I'm like, how did you deduce all that from him putting the key in the door? So she says she just knew. And Jimmy could hear the guy yelling, hey, open up, babe. What's going on? Open up. And so now Jimmy's in a bad situation. He's sitting in this man's house, military, doesn't know what branch, doesn't know what the man's training is. If this man comes in and attacks this man, he's in the right because his guy's sitting up with his wife. So, and if Jimmy has to defend himself, he's in the right because neither one of the gentlemen knew anything about the other one. This young lady has put everybody in a pickle. So she's like, listen, you might want to hide. Hide? He's like, hide where? So Jimmy, being the guy that he is, he thinks fast on his feet. She's like, yeah, because if he comes in here, it's going to be a problem. He going to try to kill you. And Jimmy like, oh, my God, he going to try to kill him. Jimmy don't have his. Jimmy didn't bring his heat. Jimmy has really nothing on him but hands, right? And so Jimmy really didn't try to go down this road. So what Jimmy ends up doing is, so Jimmy goes in the bathroom immediately, right? Closes the door. He locks the door. So she goes in, and Jimmy can hear the husband come in the door. I'm like, hey, what's up with these locks? This lady was so egregious, she had got the locks changed. So apparently she does this all the time. So she had gotten the locks changed so that he couldn't sneak up on her. But she went ahead and told him a lie that the mom had lost the key. So they talked to the apartment complex and the apartment guy came and changed the locks. So Jimmy is still in the bathroom. He's hearing all this. But he's like, I got to get out of here. So Jimmy comes up with a plan on the spot. He can't. It is no window that he can jump out of, nothing like that, like the movie. So he comes up with a plan right on the spot. Because all Jimmy needs to do is get to that door. That's all Jimmy wants to do is get to that door. Because he was sitting in that chair like I am here telling y'all this story. He looked around, he looked at an escape, and he looked at how to get up out of there. Right? Because right as he was about to leave, it dawned on him that this woman was not single, is when that key went in that door. He couldn't get there fast enough. So he comes up with a plan. So Jimmy flushes the toilet. So of course the husband like, what's going on? Jimmy opens the bathroom door after flushing the toilet. He says, hey man, how you doing? Ma'am, your toilet is all good to go now. I'm going to go back to the office. I'm going to let them know we got everything taken care of. So the dude was looking at him like, because initially the dude was like, who is this guy? And then he said, yep, the toilet is all good. I changed the float out over there and pulled it up, put a new wax ring down for you, ma'am. I think everything should be good for you. So this guy's like, what? Why you? We've been talking every day. Why you didn't tell me about the toilet? I said, well, I don't know. You're gonna have to take that up with her. Now, mind you, Jimmy's backpedaling the whole time he's talking about this, and he said, you know what? I think I left my clipboard in the other unit, so I'm gonna write this up, and I'll probably be back in about 15 minutes. So Jimmy's backpedaling, but he's not stopping at backpedaling. So he's looking the guy, he's sizing the guy up just in case this has to go to fisticuffs, because this ain't really what Jimmy want to do, especially in another man's house. Because he didn't know what kind of weapons he had. He didn't know what the man even had on him. So the guy's looking at Jimmy. Jimmy's, just talking. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. All he kept saying was, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We gonna get this. I'm gonna make sure I write it up for you. Beelines to the door. So he closes the door, you know, gently like an apartment man would. Jimmy sprints to his truck. Jimmy hit the automatic start, the truck running, he unlocking the door. So the guy goes in there, he looks, he realizes, uh-oh, what's going on here? It don't look like nothing been changed. I don't see no supplies. I don't see no water on the floor. No, nothing. So he comes out the door immediately looking for Jimmy. Jimmy got to that car. He got out of there. The man comes running out. Get back here. You ain't no freaking maintenance, man. But Jimmy had already closed the door and was speeding out. Do you know the man chased Jimmy on foot as long as he could go, like he was some type of Terminator? And so Jimmy got out of there, man, and never spoke to that woman again. Talk about a close call. Hey, Jimmy, that was a good story, man. Listen, that was a good one. That was thinking on your feet, because I don't know if I would have thought about that one. That was a good one. That was a good one, because I would have thought you had to come out immediately swinging on everybody. her, him, and the baby. I mean, but that was a good one. But anyway, that's the end of this story. I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm out.